Garry Russell back in the news. Boxing news, anyway. So Garry Russell comes out and says that, he's willing to fight Adrien Broner. That he's willing, I guess, go up in weight. And that, Adrien Broner continuously keeps fighting all these big ass dudes. You know what I mean? And losing those fights. And so he's like, yo, I'll fight you. I'll come up there and I'll fight you. And, people have been talking about it, what exactly would happen in that fight, and if it would be an interesting fight. Me personally, F all that ish, man. Me personally, this is what I call clout chasing. Garry Russell needs to stop it. Stop all the BS. I've heard this man say a whole lot of things. I'm going up from 126 to 130. Talked about how he's the WBC champion, and him being the champion, he can move up a weight class or two weight class or whatever and automatically get a title shot, being the champion with the WBC. So that's what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to go up to 130 pounds. I think it's Burchelt that has the belt, and he was supposed to fight Burchelt at 130 pounds. Never did it. Then he said, after that, I want Tank Davis. I'm going to Tank. After that, Tank better now avoid me. Tank better, to understand that he's dead ass whooping is coming after that. I'm going over there, I'm taking that belt, and then we're going to see what's up. His next fight was against a 126 pounder. You know what I mean? And his last fight also was at 126 pounds. He said, I'm going up to 135 pounds. I'm jumping 130. These dudes are scared of me. I'm going to jump up to 130. I'm going to get my belt. And then we're going to see what's up after that. I'm going to put them to a space where they can't avoid me. Since they're too afraid to fight me, I'm going to go up to 135 pounds. Hasn't done it yet. You know what I'm saying? So this guy keeps talking about, because the saying is, quote, that people are afraid to fight him. That's what he likes to say, that people are afraid to fight him. So it's like, cool. People are afraid to fight you, but you can make moves to put yourself into position to where they have no choice but to fight you or lose their belts. You said, due to the fact that you're a champion, you have one of these things available to you. Another thing would be to be active. Like Earl Spence. People didn't want to fight Earl Spence, but he was active. He was kicking ass and taking names. And now everybody wants to fight him because he's a big money man now. Deontay Wilder was the same thing. He kept pushing it until he became the money man. By being active, by fighting, and keeping on being out there. This man has that, he can do the same thing. His problem is he needs to just go through with the things and the plans that he says that he has. Instead of always, because to me personally, what I see all the time is, I want to fight this. When he has a fight coming up, I want to fight this guy. I want this guy. I want that guy. I want this guy and I want that guy. I want Lomachenko. Or I want, Tank. I want Tank. And after this fight, it's on. Then he fights and then he disappears. He gets all this momentum kind of building up. As soon as the fight is over, it disappears. There's no more talking. You don't hear anything from him. And then when he has a fight, close to coming out again, then you hear him talking again. Then he starts talking, and we go through the same sing and dance again. There's all this hype before his fight. He fights. He gets a good crowd. And then after that, he goes quiet again. Builds a little bit of momentum, then burns it up. He doesn't keep that fire going. Then it's always, well, no one wants to fight me. No one to fight me. There's things that you can do. You work with the right people. You have the right networks available to you where you can make certain things happen. And you know what to do because you talked about doing it. You've talked about doing it on multiple occasions, but you've never implemented the things that you said you were going to do. So when it comes to even something like this, like I'm talking about Adrien Broner, I can't take the man seriously. You can't take him seriously until he starts to implement the things that he's saying. Go up to 130 if that's what you want to do. Or 135 if that's what you want to do. And actually do it. Become one of these guys. Put yourself into position to become one of these guys' mandatories. Or since you have the belt, if you can move up and take on Burchelt next, do that. You should have already been pushed that issue. You should have already been at 130 pounds. You should already have the belt. When Santa Cruz and Tank fight, you should have been walking up already up into that ring with that WB strap around your waist like, yo, let's go. Let's do this unification. It's time to go. That first part of your plan should have already been done. It should have already been implemented. But you haven't even got past step 1 of the plans that you said you were going to do. You're not doing the things that you said that you're going to do. So me personally is like, forget all this clout chasing, Adrien Broner talk. Forget that. Let's put that to the side. Forget that BS. And let's start actually implementing some of these things that you can do that can put you into a position to get these big fights. You know? Because all the talking just ain't gonna cut it. It ain't gonna do anything. So, we'll see. You know, but me personally, I believe Garry Russell's next fight will be at 126 pounds. Will be against whoever his mandatory is. And that's gonna be it. And hopefully proves me wrong though. Like, subscribe, share, I'm out.